our next segment, Standout.
Pow!
Look at you and your DJ-ness.
DJ Funky
Wow,
Pants
moment of the
on
week.
on the
This is
ones
our,
and twos.
this is where we pick our favorite panel or page. Imagine if I was like that the whole show. Just so sick. Sick of everything. No, this is where we get to talk a little bit more about other books because usually there's at least a couple more books we want to talk about that are really good, but we didn't get to because the gods say two a week. That's it. Can't
True,
ever
that's
do more
it.
than two.
Go for three, they cut our hands off.
That's true. Yep, there is
Hmm
a comeuppance. There's a payment. Anyway,
hmm
what is your favorite panel or page of the week?
Mine is from Cemetery Kids Run Rabid #4. It's kind of towards the end of the issue when the kids are about to uh, beat this game by effectively dying.
Mm,
It's a little more complicated than that in terms of the actual story, but I love that it's like that moment of like them getting killed in the game is this like oddly kind of bright spot, which is weird from anyone who's played any video games with any substance or
mm.
significant time, and like that's the worst thing you can see. And this one, it's kind of, the best. And I think it just speaks to, the big themes about, what's real versus, what's fantasy, what's playtime. Um,
Hmm.
I just, it's as far as kind of like final images for this book, I think that this one really works to kind of like mess with your immersion and get you kind of thinking about, like I said, that idea of like what is real, what is fake, what's the distinction, why should you care? I think it kind of boils down to, playing with this video game trope in a really just precise and interesting way. And also it's just, there's body horror and there's magic, and like it's the book
Mm,
always
yeah.
knows kind of what it's trying to play with and reference, and it gives you like I think a really good approximation of a lot of games, but then it, I think subverts that in some interesting ways, and it's
Hmm.
one of the things I really just kind of like about this book.
I really like the way the silhouette works with the red, and then the you died right
You
after that.
died. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like Grand Theft Auto or something.
Yeah, definitely. Like waste.
Wasted.
Yeah. Or in Dark Souls, I think
Oh,
kind
is
of a
it?
similar
Yeah.
device. Yeah.
That's a closer connection for sure. No, yeah, and this is like goopy and weird and gory. Yeah, it's cool. My favorite panel comes from Absolute Batman number 14 by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. There's like multiple panels in here that could have easily been in Kapow, but
The whole issue in some ways. Yeah.
I know. I actually wavered on a couple different ones, but I went with this one because I think it's so rad to see Killer Croc use his body teeth, his body mouth to bite. It's almost like the Killer Croc was designed to have such a giant mouth so that he could wrap himself around Bane. Because Bane
Yeah.
is, as you can see in this image, or if you can't, you can't. If you're listening, go to aptcomics.com to look at this panel on the podcast post. But Batman is like, regular size, 6 feet, 7 feet tall. And Bane is something like 30 feet tall because he keeps giving himself venom, which is making him bigger. I reviewed this for the site, and my one negative was I'm sorry, my suspension of disbelief can only go so far. You can't just pump venom and then create matter. That's just not how it works.
Sure
Anyway,
you can. It's a
uh,
comic book, David. I don't know if you know what we do, but
what? No. And then I also love just the way Batman is cutting through his arm, like it's a big piece of, meat from the deli, a barber shop? No, butcher shop. Uh, and then at the last line from Batman, what? No fancy quote? Because every time he hit him with something, he was like, "Rah, you can't kill me, Batman." I like to think in this universe, Bane has the same.
yes,
Yes, exactly. The Tom Hardy
you
Bane.
little.
Man, that movie didn't do it for me. I did not like that movie
I
at all.
love that. It's a great creative choice.
When that movie came out.